Hello and welcome to the Mandalorians Ramble. I'm your host, Boba Fett. As always, we are joined by Bo Katan
What's up, y'all?
and also Din Djarin.
Hey, bubbleheads.
All right. Um, before, first of all, happy Halloween, everybody.
Happy Halloween, everybody.
Happy fucking Halloween.
Okay,
Michael
Din.
Myers is coming.
Okay. We don't need to get
Stop
intense.
staring at the kids. Stop staring at
Um,
the kids. We need kids in our channel.
No, we don't. What the hell?
I'm
okay.
kidding.
All
I'm
right.
kidding.
All right. All right. Let's
That's
get
so
back on
wrong in
track.
every way.
Let's get back on track. So before we get into today's Halloween themed episode, I just wanted to say first, um, rest in peace, Matthew Perry. For those of you who don't know, he played Chandler Bing in Friends, and he had recently passed away, and it's a real shame because he was one of the best characters on that show, and Chandler was just such a relatable character. Um, and yeah, it's a shame.
Rest in peace, Matthew. The heavens above will welcome you with open arms.
Yeah, it's he was so loved on that show, and everyone loved him, but it's a shame. And at 54, he's still fairly young, which is sad. But let's move on to a little bit of a happier note before we get into today's video. We want to once again express how thankful and shocked we are for the continued amount of support that we've gotten since starting this. It really is shocking to all of us.
Just to say this for every single viewer who views this video. So thank you for the overwhelming just support of just watching our videos. Although not liking us though, which we're gonna challenge you a little bit, but just thank you for just viewing our videos and just giving us a chance. Like this is something that like no other YouTubers can really get nowadays.
Yeah, it's we never thought like it would be this
Surprisingly, we
successful.
did.
Yeah.
But in previous videos, we've never set any sort of like goals. So I say this time we get a little ambitious and we set one. Be somewhat on the higher end, but obviously not too high because we got to start somewhere. So let's get 10 likes on this video. So that all that seem good to you guys?
Yeah.
Think we can do it?
No.
Shut up, Din. So in today's Halloween special, we are going to be talking about zombies, and what I mean by that is we're going to talk about zombies in other games.
Zombies and horrors and slashers.
That'll be
Like that.
that'll be for a different episode. We'll talk about like horror movies and stuff like
What?
that. Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yes, we've been over this, Din.
No, we didn't.
Yes, we were. So we're gonna be talking about zombies in gaming, other games, and movies and TV shows, stuff like that, and other forms of media. And obviously, we are not going to go in depth with Call of Duty Zombies because we
already done that.
We made another video about that.
I know.
So if you guys are interested in that, definitely go check that out. But before we get into all that, obviously in our Call of Duty Zombies episode, we didn't talk about the upcoming the Zombies mode that's coming to the newest Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 3. So I thought we could just briefly start by talking about that and what our thoughts are on that. So from what I've seen from like also the first trailer, it looks interesting because I feel like it'll bring a lot of multiplayer people into zombies like Outbreak did in Cold War. But I don't know how I feel about it. The fact that you can't play solo, you have to have like teams of like 24 people is kind of weird and unique at the same time. So I don't know how I feel about it. What do you guys think?
For me, I'm not really looking forward to it. Okay. Well, basically, have you ever played Outbreak or DMZ at all? Did like, have you ever played either of those game modes? You there? Okay, he's dead.
Din died.
RP in chat. It's been RP.
You just scare me?
Yeah. Well, now we can. You have to use your voice, Din.
No,
Yeah, use your voice.
I have been.
So what are your thoughts on Modern Warfare 3 Zombies?
I don't know. I haven't looked at it.
Okay.
It's basically just Outbreak 2.0 and DMZ mixed together. For me, I'm not looking forward to it since it's not my taste. But I'm assuming a lot of people are gonna have fun with this, and by that means, if you're having fun with this, I'm not gonna stop you.
Yeah, I feel like it could bring
Yeah.
a lot of new people into zombies for Call of Duty.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm definitely gonna check it out, and I can give you guys my thoughts on it, or we can give you guys all of our thoughts on it when we do get our hands on it, when we do play it. So.
Which I'll say right now, folks, we're not gonna get straight off the rip. We're not getting straight off the rip. You gotta wait.
Yeah, we're gonna wait some time, see like what other people are saying. We're still gonna try it out no matter what. At least I am. But let's move on from Call of Duty Zombies because you can obviously check out our Call of Duty Zombies video.
Check it out.
So why don't we start by talking about zombies in movies, and then we'll go on from there.
Okay.
So I feel like zombies in movies are always like interesting. You know, there's sometimes you get a lot of them, sometimes you don't. I mean, you have some like classics, kind of like Dawn of the Dead,
Shaun of the Dead.
Shaun of the Dead, that too. Um, World War Z. I mean, obviously it's not a classic, but it's it's fairly newer.
And Zombieland.
Zombieland.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah. But I think overall, let's go back to when everything began back in 1964 with Dawn of the Dead, directed by George Romero. The first ever insight to the concept of the living dead, and also the first ever wide film to introduce the living dead to audience.
Mm-hmm.
So what this film really did overall is just overall made pulp culture, or made that horror culture like big. Like everyone like knew Jason, Freddy, and all that stuff, but no one knew about zombies. And that's when George Romero came in, directed a film that's kind of a saturated politic message, which we're not gonna talk about politics, but it was just a film about like living dead, like taking over the world, and like how it is to survive in that like condition or so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's always good to back and relive those movies. But
yeah,
I think World War Z is like kind of like a good representation of like what could actually happen. Like shows like the sheer power of like a zombie horde, especially with like that one scene like where like they like climb like a building just like piling on top of each other, something like that. I think that was the scene.
Yeah, just it was the wall in Jerusalem. They were piling up into a wall to the other people because the wall separated the affected and the unaffected.
That was just that's just a crazy scary scene if you ask me.
Yeah, but it overall opens like the possibilities of like what if this infection like enhances your sight, your hearing, or anything like that. Eventually, you can just hear someone from like 10 miles away and track them down.
Yeah. What are your thoughts? Do you have any thoughts, Dan? Anything you want to add? Oh.
I think he had technical problems. I think he's struggling to talk.
Din is having technical problems.
Is your earbuds plugged in? Are you muted?
It doesn't say that he's muted.
Yep. Oh, crap. Audience, I'll be right back. I need to leave this call. Someone's calling me.
All right. But we'll return. Din, are you still with us? All right. Looks like I'm on my own until Din figures out his technical difficulties, and I am alone. But hopefully they will join back. Yeah, what else? There is actually a Scooby-Doo zombie.
Okay,
Din has left. I think Din is having some very technical difficulties.
Yeah, so if you guys be patient, Din is having some severe difficulty. I think he can hear us, but I don't think we can hear them.
Din?
Din, speak. Dan.
I guess we will just continue while Din tries to figure out those technical problems. Um, do you have any other things you want to add about zombie movies?
I want to add Evil Dead to the list because Evil Dead is when really like zombies became like popular in like the pop culture. Sure. So I remember watching the original Evil Dead with my dad. So that movie scared the living hell out of me. Still does nowadays.
Yeah, no,
But the
it's
one, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
it's
But the one Evil Dead movie that I highly suggest everyone should watch if you have a strong stomach is watch the 2013 Evil Dead. That
yeah,
thing is gory, scary, and just overall just a nightmare of a film if you don't want to sleep for a week.
yeah. No, but the newest one was quite bad. It didn't even like really include like zombies necessarily, although it is
It
quite
was just
gory.
yeah, it is creepy, but it's just more of a comedian thing.
Yeah, yeah. I feel like those movies like aren't supposed to be taken seriously, but
No,
they're
it's just
there.
more of just you can laugh at.
They're just there. Um,
True.
do you have any other like things you want to add about any movies in general?
Um, well, there was one movie that I did watch with my sister or so, and that's a movie called Warm Bodies, where eventually it's
Oh
a
yeah,
zombie
I
movie
think I've
where
heard of that.
eventually, yeah, it's basically a zombie movie where eventually a zombie fell in love with like a human teenager. Or that's like pretty creepy. Fell in love with a human girl. Correction,
Uh,
human girl. So, and he kind of like he kind of stopped being a zombie and kind of want to help her out to escape this apocalypse or try to like help her not being devoured by the others.
yeah,
So he ended up he started developing like his own sense back and start talking or so. And he didn't. And for the other survivors, like he sees it, so he didn't really bite them. He just more like just knocked them out.
yeah. Oh, I also just remembered. Disney made like a zombies movie. Do you remember that?
Wasn't like the TV show
No, no, it
like
was
that
a
like that like one
no, it was a movie. And
did?
Din has
Wait,
returned.
wait, hello?
Oh my fucking god, can you guys hear me?
Now we can,
Yeah, what
yes.
happened?
Oh my, I don't know. I just trying to fix everything.
All right. Well, Din is returned. It's no, it was just like they made like this zombies movie. It was kind of weird, but like also kind of good at the same time. Especially like I don't think I've seen the third one. I know I've seen one and
But
two.
are you talking about like they're all in high school and they have like green hair and have like
Yeah,
that
yeah, yeah,
college
yeah.
from
That's what I'm
threatening
talking
like
about.
eating people?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that
I've seen clips of those.
the first one was pretty good.
it's I think it's so bad. Oh, obviously I've never seen it, but
No,
obviously it's not a zombie movie.
I,
I don't think that counts as
I
a
mean,
zombie movie.
technically
Let's
they
be
are
honest.
zombies. But I guess the first one was
I
pretty
think we
good.
should
Yeah,
call them
but
ghouls.
they don't act like zombies.
Obviously
I think we
not
should call them ghouls.
ghouls, but I mean
No, I think we should call them rip-offs.
the first one was
I
pretty
like that.
good, so I will give it that. I haven't seen I don't remember the second one too much. I definitely didn't see the third one, so um,
The third one apparently has aliens.
yeah, I know I heard about that. I don't know.
Ooh, xenomorphs?
No, as in
No,
like extraterrestrials, as in like the aliens like you see like on picture with like the big heads.
Oh, that sucks.
yeah, no, I haven't seen it. But do you have anything you want to
But
add about any zombie movies, Din?
Definitely World War Z is one of the best ones.
Yeah,
Wait,
me
are
and
we going
Bo
through
and I talked
movies
about
or
that.
are we going through movies or shows?
We're
we're still
doing
on
movies
movies.
currently, then we're gonna go
We're
into
the
shows soon.
yeah.
All right. So I'll go up to my top fives. Number five. I would definitely give it World War Z.
Okay.
I think that's great. Number four, I would say 28 Days Later.
Okay.
Oh, I forgot to mention
Yeah,
that.
that's a good one.
28 Days Later is really terrifying.
That's a good one.
And I would and number three, I want to say what's another good one? Uh, hang on.
28 weeks
I'm
later.
digging in my head. No, I don't like 28 weeks later. Actually,
Actually,
no, I take that back. Actually, no, I take that back. I think 28 weeks later is kind of better
I mean, I
because
like it better than 28 days.
because you know the actor of Hawkeye that plays as a
Yeah,
soldier.
yeah,
Clint Bart,
yeah.
Yeah, I
Jeremy Renner.
he killed it. Yeah, he really killed it as a soldier. I think he did a great job. The only reason I love that movie is because he's in the movie and he killed it. And also the zombies are more aggressive than the first one.
Okay.
True, true, true.
Second, I want to say I Am Legend,
Oh, I totally
but
forgot about I Am
No,
Legend. I mean those,
no. I Am Legend is more of a vampire. It's more like a
but
vampire
they're
movie
like
because they're not
vampire
really
zombies
zombies.
though.
They're
I
more
don't
like
know.
vampires. If I'm being
What
honest with
are
you.
they though?
I don't think they're vampires. I think they're just some kind of
I mean,
they call
Cool.
them dark. No, they call them dark seekers.
yeah. I
I don't know
mean,
if that's any different with a zombie, but I think
I would say they're
I
more
want to
like
say.
what?
well,
I don't know.
I just looked up like the cast. It says that they were turned. People were transformed into bloodthirsty mutants. So I
Oh,
Oh,
mean,
so they're mutants.
I guess you could consider them zombies. I mean, they kind of look like zombies, but also don't.
But yeah, but they don't act like zombies. They just literally jump around, climb walls and everything.
Yeah.
I don't think I Am Legend is really a zombie movie, but it is a good movie though.
No, that movie is sad.
facts,
Uh it was depressing.
When he
facts.
had to kill the dog, oh, that hurt.
And yeah, and you have to look away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would really hurt.
Oh my God, could you really imagine being the only person on Earth?
I would go
Like
insane and kill myself.
I don't think anyone would take the option there.
No.
Just being it's like being beyond alone. Like no one is here anymore. Everyone's dead. I won't have you guys.
Yeah.
Just everyone is gone.
Yeah.
I just think that like living through that is very depressing.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
Yeah,
But
as I'm pretty sure I would end up killing myself if that ever happened.
yeah, well, you could be a one man army.
And you gotta harvest your own
Basically.
crops.
But all right, I think why don't we move
Okay.
over to shows?
Well, I
I
mean,
don't
we
know,
should
I
start
got
off
a
with
lot of
really
shows in my head.
well.
Well, 'cause I feel
I think
like
we should start with a show that really overall opened the zombie eyes is The Walking Dead.
yeah,
Yes.
Dan is a big fan of that, so let's have Dan go to town.
Oh my
Yep, go for it.
God, walking.
But let's
Okay,
keep it
so
short and sweet, not too long.
all right, I'll try to make it short.
Go
Walking
for it.
Dead is
And
a
try to avoid
okay.
spoilers for any audience members who have not seen the
Yeah,
show.
I know that. I
Yeah, we
know.
can spoil for
I
them.
know.
Spoil for like the older seasons, like newer seasons.
Yeah,
We'll keep it like on the brim.
yeah. Batman's there. Batman's in the show,
Yeah, and,
but he killed it.
Han Solo dies too.
Yep, he
Yeah,
dies there too.
and then there's a boulder running with Indiana Jones there.
Yeah,
Yep,
and then
and
Superman
John Wick
comes
is in there
in.
too, and he's the one man army.
All right, in all seriousness, Dan, take it away.
All right. Okay, so The Walking Dead is actually a fantastic show. If I have to be honest, there is not a single like bad season. There are bad episodes, but like all seasons are great. Like you can't really
Oh,
hate a season. There are really depressing seasons. I would say like for example, season 7 really hits you hard, like more than any other seasons in the show. I think that show really hits hard,
Okay.
or that season really hits harder. Um, and I love the character. Almost love I love the characters. Not all of them, but there
yeah.
are great characters.
Oh,
It's very emotion. It's like it's really good at like emotion scenes
Uh huh.
and sad parts of the show,
Mm-hmm.
and they just do a great job to actually like make you cry because about the show you can't get close to any character because they might die.
Yeah, that's kind of like I obviously go a little off topic, like similar to a show like Game of Thrones. Like you get attached to these
Yeah,
characters, but yet you can't because they'll just die. You know, it's
yeah.
someone you
It's
love as a
literally the
character will
same.
just die.
Yeah,
And also
yeah. The
disclaimer.
walking. Yeah, in The
Oh, sorry.
Walking Dead. Yeah, in The Walking Dead, you can easily get attached to the
Oh yeah,
characters, but they end up dying. But they
exactly.
end up dead,
But you get attached
and
anyway.
it's sad.
Yeah. What was
And for
your?
any disclaimers out there, Boba is a Game of Thrones nerd. So if you hear any Game of Thrones reference, that's from him.
Yeah. I will
Yeah.
be doing a whole Game of Thrones episode eventually. Um,
Yep.
but I'll probably be doing
Yep.
that one solo. Do you have anything
Yeah.
else
Because
to
I
add
Did you
about
say
The
Han
Walking Dead?
Solo?
No. Han Solo's
I thought you
dead.
said Han Solo for some reason. I know he
although
is.
yeah, although also, I do have a complaint from The Walking Dead.
What's that?
Hmm.
Is that why
Uh,
there's so much spin-offs of The Walking Dead?
Yeah,
Like
there
there's
is a lot.
The Walking Dead Daryl Dixon, there's the Fear of the Walking Dead, there is the Walking Dead universe, whatever it's called, and then there's
yeah.
the Walking Dead
Oh yeah.
Last of Us, or the I forgot what's it called. It has Michonne Rick in it.
Oh, that one. Oh yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Okay, so Fear the Walking Dead literally shows what like how it all happened. So
Okay.
I don't really complain. Actually, no, I take that back. I do complain
We know.
that why they're continue. Okay, they shouldn't keep continuing that show.
Yeah,
They
some things need to
should
come
have
to
just
an end.
let it. Yeah, they like Fear the Walking Dead should have just like let it end, and at least like that show will show like that show shows you like how it all happened, like how walkers or like how people turn into walkers, like what virus it is. Like that's what basically that show is all about, like how it
So
all happened.
so maybe
And
they
I
should
love
just do
that
like
idea.
one like maybe
I
like
really liked it.
so maybe like how many seasons is it? Is it like more than one?
Oh, there's like I think there's six.
So
Oh, not that bad.
I think.
maybe like what they should have
Yeah,
done for like
I think.
that show is maybe done like just maybe like one season, have it be like a limited series, you know? Just be like one season to
Yeah.
like tell you like how it happened and like how we got to like where we were by the start of The Walking Dead. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's what
Yeah.
they should have done, except
But they didn't.
instead of
They
like
drag it out.
yeah, yeah. Like, honestly, Fear the Walking Dead should have never like been like continued.
Yeah.
They should have just like let it right off to The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
So yeah, I like the idea of Fear the Walking Dead, but they really fucked it up, like making more seasons and more episodes.
Yeah. Um
And with okay, so with the Daryl Dixon show, I think it's cool, but I keep thinking why.
yeah.
I mean that's what I always say.
I haven't
Game of
seen the
Thrones.
show. I haven't seen the show, but my guess is they're making like they're showing what Daryl is doing now, and it looks like he's in Paris or he's in France right now,
Uh-huh.
and he's surviving there for some reason. Like he doesn't want to be in the group. He just like I love Daryl. Like don't get me wrong, I really love Daryl Dixon.
Yeah.
I just don't think like they should make
A
a
show about him.
just a Daryl show about him.
Yeah.
It just doesn't it doesn't feel the same, you know?
Yeah, no, I get you.
Yeah. And now I have not seen Rick and Michonne show.
It's coming out
I
eventually. It's like debuting like in
yeah.
like the next year.
Now I'll be honest, I'm actually kind of excited for that show because Michonne and Rick disappeared during the Walking Dead show, and we were wondering where the hell were they where they've been the entire time.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm actually kind of excited for the Rick and Michonne show,
Yeah.
and we really hope that they'll get together in The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
It's
I
just
Yeah.
the Daryl Dixon show. I'm just honestly not excited, even though I love Daryl, but they really don't need to make a show about him.
Yeah, no, that's understandable. Sometimes you just need to leave things as they
Yeah.
are. But all right, let's move on from The Walking Dead. There's one show I did want to mention that I know for a fact that neither one of you have seen or probably heard of. It's called iZombie. Is I think it was on like the CW. I watched.
Yeah.
Never heard
I've
of it.
heard about it, but yeah, I've never seen it.
I've watched a couple of
Never heard of it.
episodes. From what I've seen, it was kind of good. I mean, maybe I'll have to like, revisit it and watch it all. So for you guys, if you don't know, if you
Mm-hmm.
don't know what iZombie is, it's like this you follow like this woman, forget her name. She is a
Mm-hmm.
cop who
Mm-hmm.
is a zombie. So like whenever like someone's dead, she'll like eat them or whatever, you know, like eat their brain. Which is it's
Yeah.
kind of it's an interesting concept. I mean, from what I saw, I guess I wasn't too bad, but I've heard it was quite well actually. So maybe I'll have to revisit that. Um, but moving
Mm-hmm.
on. Um, obviously we can't not talk about The Last of Us. We'll get to the game later on. But first, let's talk about the
Yeah.
Well,
show.
we're talking about the
The
show.
show, my God. I mean, it. They just did it so well.
Did you
It's.
finish it? Did you finish it?
I have not. I got sidetracked. I have like one episode left, but I mean, obviously, I know what
Oh,
happens come by the end. Obviously,
yeah.
but
I
it.
yeah, I already finished it. It's great.
I know. I mean, it is great. I mean, everything about it was great. I mean, like obviously, like the casting was amazing. Like they actually, what's cool is they actually got some of the voice actors from the game to
Yeah.
play in the show. Like Marlene, I think that's the black lady's name, right? Marlene. I'm blanking. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Wait.
It's
What?
running. No,
Wait.
it's
What?
running.
Yeah.
It's running.
Yeah. I know who you're talking about, but was she the real
Yeah,
voice
it was
actor?
the actual voice actor of Marlene.
Oh, I didn't know that. I
Yeah,
thought it was someone else.
yeah, no, it was Marlene. They did it with
Okay.
some
Yeah.
um and but like this show also added like so many like other things that weren't in in the game that we didn't explore, which I think is amazing. Um, and
Mm-hmm.
like obviously the casting of Pedro Pascal and fuck, what is her name?
And Pedro killed it.
Oh yeah, I
Pedro
mean
killed it as Joel.
he doesn't look like Joel, but like he just nailed it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
He nailed
But
it.
he still nailed it.
Oh
He was
yeah,
still good.
100%. I
Like
mean,
Pedro is a great actor.
Bella Ramsey.
Belle. Yeah, thank you, Belle. And
You're
Bella
welcome.
Ramsey, obviously, she doesn't look like Ellie either, but she did an amazing job playing Ellie.
Yeah, yeah, she
And
did.
what kind of pissed me off about the whole show is a lot of people like hated on her for doing certain things for the role to make it more authentic. And it kind of sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Like she did
Hmm.
such an amazing job, and people are shitting on her, which is just terrible. Um,
Yeah.
To quote a certain wise man who I met her, so people hate on people for no reason because they're just jealous on how they just got there and they just couldn't get there because they put their mind to it.
exactly.
Jealousy is like a drug.
It's
Like,
more than a drug. It's an emotion that will consume you if you don't control it.
Yeah, and
yeah,
I mean they also
yeah,
just
that's so true.
nailed like the zombies and like the clicker scene. Seeing that in like
God, I love I absolutely love the clicker scenes.
yeah, like
So, okay, you remember the episodes that we watched with the
Hold
clickers?
on. Rude interruption, real quick. Disclaimer: these two watched The Last of Us together until
yes,
Boba lost track.
yeah,
Yeah,
until I got sidetracked
yeah.
So
with some tasks.
yeah. So disclaimer: when didn't say we, he's talking about Boba, so not me.
Yeah, Bo was
All right.
otherwise occupied with trying to secure Mandalore.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
in the game, like that clicker, like when you first saw the clicker, that was horrifying, you know. But then yet seeing it in like a live action like adaptation is just a whole like, oh my god,
Oh,
it was so scary at the same time too. Like,
it was so much different seeing it from the game.
yeah, I mean, but like, hey, they still
Different.
killed it though.
Yeah, they
I mean,
did.
like I remember like when Din and I were watching it, like, and we first heard like the click, we're just like, oh shit, here we go. Like, we were both kind of like low key
Yeah,
freaking out a little bit. It's like, oh my
I
god.
got like I had chills in my
Oh
spine.
yeah, I mean, it was horrifying. But I also think that it's also good to mention the Bill episode. Like
Oh yeah,
that like who would have thought like that's something that we need? Obviously, it's kind of like just like random episode that they put in, but
hmm
oh my god, that episode was just so incredible. I mean, like, yeah, they changed like that big part of the game with spoiler alert for those of you who have either not seen the show or played the games when they killed Bill, because obviously Bill's a, substantial character in the first game for that little portion that he's in, but like they killed him, which was
yeah,
see like I like that change, but also don't at the same time, you know what I mean?
yeah. Same. I honestly don't either. Okay, so many people complain about it, and
Yeah.
I'm assuming these guys never played the game, never
Well
played the game.
well no,
Like for example, my stepdad, he watched the show and he immediately quit after episode 3 because of the gay episode.
see
Every because he said that there was no reason for that episode
I mean,
and now it's just worthless. I was
well,
like,
I can see
I was like,
that.
I get it, but
But like that
like
episode was just
it's
so like
it still could
emotionally
be better.
packed.
Like it, yeah,
Now, now, guys,
I,
to give you the pointer. So think of it. Just just pretend to see it through his eyes. Like he doesn't know who the Last of Us is. He doesn't know what the
Yeah.
game is all about, or what the show's purpose is all about. So think of the way as like him is watching a zombie movie, but like all of a sudden you cut to like a side character episode, when she's like you talk to the side
yeah,
character and he dies at the end. So think of the way as like him losing pace of like the show's main attraction.
yeah, and that's what I was trying to tell him. Like if you like, I've played the game,
Yeah.
and if he's played the game, I'm sure that he'll like know these characters
Yeah.
and like he wants to continue, but he hasn't.
Yeah. So
So
think of the way
he
as
just
like
yeah.
yeah. So think of the way as like this is just like a new perspective. It's like just like them viewing like this for the first time, and like it's just them like losing track
Mhm.
of like the main tracks of the show, which is understandable because
Yeah.
the last one was just did that one wild card eventually. They just threw like just a side character episode.
Yeah. I mean, it was just
Yeah.
so incredibly thought out and it was so good. Like it, I didn't like the change that they killed Bill, but like I mean, that episode was just like it. You didn't expect what happened to happen, and it's great. It was awesome. It really, I feel like it also like
I
kind of shows you like the
I
true definition of love. You know what I mean?
yeah, I kind of got upset when Bill died.
Yeah, but I mean, it's still
I
a
was
great
expecting
episode.
him to survive. I like Honestly, I was expecting for like Bill and Frank, like they end up not getting along and Frank is like trying to leave, but he's trying to kill Bill and Bill has to kill Frank.
Yeah,
I I assume that's going to be I was assuming that was going to be a change, like Bill is end up killing Frank, but no, they just end up
I,
with that,
I but
which
it was so
it's
amazing though at the same time.
okay. Yeah, it's sad
It was
and
sad. Yeah.
it it is emotional, I would say.
Oh yeah.
But yeah,
And I mean, a little fun fact for you guys. Um, Obviously, with like the whole zombies, like obviously that's kind of like a made up thing. Obviously, it's likely to happen, but I feel like the most likely version of zombies to happen, especially now, is the zombies from The Last of Us. So for those of you who don't know, listening, cordyceps is what was used to. It's a fungus that is used to create the zombies in the Last of Us franchise, and the cordyceps fungus is actually a real thing, and it does the exact same thing that it does in the game and the show, is that it takes control over your mind and does all that stuff to you anyway. However, in its current state, a human body is too warm for it to take over. So as of right now, it only takes over like ants and other bugs. However, what's scary is due to the temperature of the planet Earth. Because obviously we're not from Earth. Um, with that currently rising, cordyceps is more and more likely to infect human because it's now getting more susceptible to heat and now can withstand it, which is kind of scary. Do you guys have anything to add on that?
I was gonna say, it's like I said, the only way you can only get infected so is some sort of madman ended up bringing it to the lab and so that spread it to everyone. Because I mean, granted, can you get away during a trip or so? Yeah, but there's gotta be at least one madman to end up causing the entire outbreak.
Speaking of madmen,
Yeah.
on the app TikTok, I've come across a certain video of a man apparently growing cordyceps using his own skin and blood.
Yep.
What the
Earth.
Yep.
Yep. Earth is gonna be doomed within
And
12 days.
it's successfully growing, Din. By using his own skin and blood is what this man is doing to grow cordyceps.
Yep.
Wow.
See, this is what happens. One single madman who ended up becoming too devoured with his research, or so ended up releasing the research, and soon as that, the entire world becomes infected. The next thing you know, we got to start back from ground zero again, but with walking zombies. Great.
Yeah, I mean, let's start to move along down the road. Obviously, there are a lot more zombie
I
themed.
wish it's like Call of Duty zombies. Just kidding.
Obviously, there's a lot more zombie themed shows, but we're not going to get into everyone because we'd be here for hours and hours. And same thing goes for movies and games. But before we move over into the video game character, not character category, I just want to take the spotlight for a second. I was debating on whether to include this or not, but I'm going to talk about briefly about the whites from Game of Thrones. While why I was debating whether I want to put this in or not is because technically they're zombies, but also not at the same time. Um, because they don't look like zombies. I mean, some of them do, but a lot of them are just like skeletons that have been like reanimated. Um, and then you also have like the White Walkers in Game of Thrones who are more or less like ice zombies, if you will. So, I mean, it's whether you want to consider them that or not. I mean, it basically is an army of the undead. So it's whether you want to throw that out there or not. But I definitely check it out. They are quite cool. Like this whole ice zombie vibe. It is quite interesting, and they do look very cool. So,
yeah.
I know, Din, you've briefly watched it, but obviously, I don't think you got up to any of that part yet, or you saw any of that. So, I know, obviously, I have. And also in the books, they are quite fun as well. So I definitely either recommend watching the show or reading the books or doing both. But if anyone has anything else to add about any more shows, I'd say we move on over to video games.
All right.
No, nothing else.
All right.
So yeah.
What
was that?
Oh, actually, no. I was gonna say one. I was gonna say one show, but it's not real. It's not a. It just doesn't really feel like a zombie.
Well, you could also say the same thing for Game of Thrones. Obviously, it's not the main focus, and you can either consider whites / White Walkers like if they're zombies or not really. But what show are you gonna mention?
Have you ever guys? It's on Netflix. Have you guys ever heard of Kingdom?
No.
I watched it. I watched it.
Oh, you watched it?
Yep.
Like I only watched like 3 episodes, and the shit is crazy. But what makes me think about it is that they don't they don't really act like zombies because
They are.
these zombies they can use swords and weapons.
What type of kingdom?
And
Are you talking about the zombie kingdom, where you say it was back in like during the dynasty days when you said they had zombies because everyone was too poor?
yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
that's
Did you watch? Did you
no,
watch the whole
you're
show?
watching. No, that's the wrong one. Kingdom is the zombie show where during the dynasty there was zombies because the poor couldn't afford to eat anything, so they ended up eating flesh and infected barks of trees. The kingdom
Oh
you're
yeah.
talking about is an anime.
No, it's not. No, it's not anime. It's live action. What's the
I,
um? Oh, I am thinking of. I forgot what it's called though. I
yeah,
am thinking about a different show. Yeah, never mind.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm thinking of a different one.
it's okay.
Yeah, sorry about that.
You're
All
good.
good.
Yep.
All right, but yeah, I'm out of ideas now.
All right, so then let's move over into the category of gaming. Obviously, there are countless zombies games, especially in
Mhm.
recent years.
Yes, sir.
Obviously, we're not going to go through every single one. We'll just go some of like the big heavy hitters. Obviously, we talked about The Last of Us
And
TV
probably like
show.
our favorites.
Obviously, the last.
Yep.
Let's start off with The Last of Us. The both one and two,
I
parts one
watched
and
the
two.
recommend.
I mean, the
Oh,
first
dude.
one is it's honestly it's a masterpiece. I mean, it's just so
Yeah.
incredible. The story is amazing. I mean, like sometimes like the zombies can even be like hard to fight, especially like the bloaters were annoying.
Oh,
Um,
Yeah, the bloaters are crazy.
yeah. I mean, I don't. There's really not a single flaw in my opinion with The Last of Us. I mean, what do you guys think?
I've watched the
Yeah,
gameplay of The Last of Us, and I gotta say it's pretty cool. Pretty
I
cool.
mean,
Pretty cool. So
I I played The Last of Us on my dad's PS4, and I absolutely loved
obviously
it.
pre-death because
I and I also loved yeah, I
let's leave it as it is.
really loved Joel. I love the
Joel.
gameplay, love the combat in the game,
Yeah, the
and
gunplay,
I also
everything.
love yeah, I also love that you can craft weapons, even though it's not like crazy like what like Dying Light crafting
And we'll
weapons,
get to Dying
but
Light in a couple minutes.
oh yeah, I'm
Yep.
just saying,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
it's still it's kind of like that. And I just think they did an amazing job at that. And you can like upgrade weapons and all that.
yeah.
Yeah,
No, it was really
I
unique.
just think it's really.
But yeah, I mean everything about the game was amazing.
And that's when the sequel came out.
So here's my thing about the sequel. See, while yes, it's not as it doesn't live up to the first one. However,
Mm,
I do believe that it gets a little too much hate. I feel like if you just like watched like something like a walkthrough of it or just like watch the story, you tend to like not like it, but versus when you actually play it, it's actually not that bad. I just think it's a little too much hate. I mean, the story's not awful, but I
mm,
mean, it's not anywhere near amazing like the first
It's
one.
just the major selling point is they just kill off Joel and they have Abby. You get to play as Abby, and then you want to fucking run around, find Ellie, beat her the shit up. Ellie finds her, fucking kills her, but doesn't kill her because man, revenge is bad. But
I
hey,
know. Okay,
it's just a more.
that's what I hate about that game.
I
That's
mean,
what I absolutely hated about it.
I don't think it's
Because okay,
terrible.
so you
I
playing as okay, so like you playing as Abby and you're going up against the character who you love.
yeah,
And you're playing and Abby killed Joel and
Yeah.
you're still playing as Abby.
Yeah, I think
Like
playing
it
as Abby
just
was a
doesn't
bad decision.
it just doesn't feel right.
Yeah, no, I
it
get you.
never
It
feels
doesn't
nice.
feel yeah, I have like 5 complaints about this game.
And also, I have more. Is this Abby gets more tools than Ellie does? Ellie gets a bow and arrow and a sniper rifle. Fucking Abby has an AR-15,
Yeah.
a fucking
Oh my
Beretta,
god, yeah.
and a fucking shotgun, an auto-loaded shotgun. She gets
Yeah.
everything. Meanwhile, Ellie gets a bow and arrow and a sniper rifle.
I mean,
Yeah, that's
obviously Abby was like more well equipped. I mean, I just don't think Abby playing as Abby was like necessarily the best decision. I mean, I feel like it'd be a little bit better if she was just like obviously like if they kept Abby in, but like we didn't play as her. You know what I mean?
like we didn't have to play as her.
Yeah, but obviously like we should talk about Ellie literally becoming like an absolute killing machine.
Oh my god.
She
I
became
mean,
a killing
motivated
machine.
by
Oh
loss can drive you to dark places and
Yeah,
make you
that is
something
true.
else.
That is true.
yeah. And
Um,
same thing with Tommy. Like
yeah,
after Abby killed Joel, Tommy went insane.
yeah,
And and I just love that.
yeah,
Now,
Although I'll say this right now, Tommy did snitch them out.
oh, he did?
yeah,
Think about it. He said, oh, but I'm Tommy is my brother Joel, and Abby's like Joel. He's like, yeah, and then cuts him be dead.
yeah.
Well, to be fair, Tommy didn't know these people.
That is
Oh,
true.
I know, yeah,
Like
but
they didn't know who they were.
Yeah, so I guess it like the lot in
So
that scenario,
you
it
can't
like
really blame Tommy on that.
yeah, no,
You
you
can't really
can't.
blame him on that because he
yeah,
didn't like they're just random survivors, and
yeah, but
they're just introducing themselves like always, or like like normal,
Yeah,
until
yeah,
then, like when they said like that's Joel, that's my brother, and then Joel Miller, and it's like, oh, it's that guy that
yeah.
like killed everyone in the Fireflies,
So I
and then
think
yeah.
that thing like particular part in the story teaches you something
I'm gonna
very
be muted for a minute.
what? Oh, okay. So I think what I was saying is I think that teaches you something very crucial in life is not to well, actually not trust, but pick and choose what you say when meeting somebody new
Okay,
because you
I'm
never
back.
know like what
Oh
the
my
outcome
god,
could be.
I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Someone's calling me.
All right, Bo
Okay,
probably has to
I'm
deal with
guessing it's. Oh, never mind.
Yeah. Well, let's
All right.
remember Bo is currently in control of Mandalore, so Bo is currently running that planet. Obviously, you should know
It's
you were
just me
there.
and you for now.
Um, but we're not going to go into our history. Um, that's for another time. Um, but what do you agree with what I said? Like you have to pick and choose like what you say to new people because you don't know what the outcome's gonna be. Like I think that's what that part in the story teaches us. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree with some parts, but I agree, but I disagree in the same time.
Yeah.
I returned.
All right. So why don't we take a switch and we'll talk about let's talk about a game that I know Dan and I especially love. I think you know where we're going with this game.
Dying
Yeah,
Light.
Dying Light. Oh my god. Like
dying
what to
fucking
say about
light.
Dying Light. Honestly, might be a little biased and I don't know, some people consider this a hot take, but honestly with The Last of Us, being a thing, in
It
my
it
personal opinion,
shouldn't be a hot.
Dying Light
It shouldn't
is
be a
the
hot
best
take.
zombies game in my opinion.
Facts. No printers.
Yeah. Wait, are we talking about the first one or the second one?
Well,
As a
we're gonna
Oh,
talk
zombie.
so
about both, but let's talk
so
about the
if
first
you
one
say
first,
if,
obviously.
if you say the second one's better than the Last
Oh
of Us,
no,
then that's
but
when you enter the hot take because
but
the second one is like
well,
okay at its
we'll
best.
get to the second
It's
one
dog shit
momentarily.
to
So
me, but
let's
we'll get
talk
to
about the
that.
first one first.
Yeah.
But like honestly, what to say about Dying Light one? I mean, it's oh my god. I mean, everything.
Hardcore zombies.
The story was amazing. It combines like a zombie game with like Assassin's Creed, and it's just done so well.
Yeah,
The weapon
I really.
crafting, the zombies can be a little challenging because you can like get overwhelmed. I mean, you have the was it the Demolisher? Was like the big guy?
I forgot
I
who he was, but I know you're talking.
I think it was
Yeah,
the
Yeah, I know exactly
Demolisher
what
that
I know
like
what he's talking.
really
are you
big.
talking about? Are you talking about the zombie that has like a big hammer?
No, no,
Or are you
no,
talking about
no.
the big guys
The
that look
bigger
like a
one,
tank?
the big like tank guy.
Oh, those ones.
Those were
Yeah. Oh my
annoying.
God. Those ones are so fucking difficult to beat.
Obviously, if you have like the semi-auto shotgun, it's like 3 seconds. But like when if you don't have that, like they're hard, especially in that like mission when you have to fight them in like in the story.
Yeah, you have to beat it with a machete. Like, how is
And that
that
machete's
possible?
terrible.
Yeah.
um, but yeah, it was
So yeah,
challenging, but also
yeah.
like fun, and like it was so good.
And that's what's fun about the game. Like, it's
It's
challenging.
challenging. Like even the parkour was challenging.
Oh yeah.
Like I've died.
But once we get used to it,
I
like
mean,
it's
I
really
mean,
fun.
honestly, I gotta say, at times I thought the parkour was scarier than the zombies
Drop
Really.
kicking zom drop
because
kicking
like
zombies is so much fun in that game.
because honestly, like I did some scary ass jumps, and I still do. Cause like me and Din still sometimes hop on Dying Light, just have some fun, kill some zombies,
Yep.
and like especially like when you get to Old Town, it's like you really kind of sort of feel like you're in like an Assassin's Creed type of environment. You know what I mean? Like, do you agree, Din?
Yeah, and that's what I love about the game.
And it's just done so well. I mean, it's everything like the character you play as, like you really like start to enjoy. The story is like I said, is just absolutely amazing, and it's so good. Also, it's in first person, which is actually really cool and unique at the same time.
Oh yeah.
Um, Obviously, with Dying Light 1 came the DLC, The Following. I feel like,
I never play the following.
well, we'll definitely
I don't
play
remember
that.
the
Oh,
following.
But I'll talk about it briefly. But then we should definitely play it. Um, so it's you kind of like
like what's different about it?
so you're in like the countryside and you get like a dune buggy, and you're the whole point of the DLC is you're um trying to like you heard about like these people who apparently have like a cure or like a way to not have the zombies attack them. Um, it's okay. I mean, it was pretty enjoyable. I mean, it's just a different experience. But I mean, all around it's still pretty good. But the
Okay.
main story is a lot better. But it's a lot more open because so you're in like the countryside, and that's why you have the dune buggy to get around. Because if you were just running like normal, it'd take you forever. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but like you can upgrade the dune buggy and get like kind of like different like attachments and stuff. I think you can get a flamethrower. I haven't played the following in a while. Um, but it was pretty fun.
Mm-hmm.
We'll definitely have to play that sometime, then. Um,
Yeah.
but I mean, all around, it's an absolutely amazing game, and I think it's the best zombies game ever, in my opinion.
Yeah. I definitely agree. I have no complaint with this game.
No,
No complaint either.
No complaint at all.
Although Although there
What?
is one complaint, but it's more of a nitpicker, so
what?
is the volatiles at night are the most deadliest motherfucker there is.
Oh my God, I
I
remember.
mean, I love.
Okay,
I mean,
speaking of that, do you remember that
yeah,
first mission? Like for the first time when you saw the volatiles, like oh my
Yeah.
oh man,
oh
I
my
remember
God,
how
I was
terrified I
so
was,
terrified of that.
and
I'm just like,
I was
oh
like
shit, oh shit,
running
I'm
for my
running as
life.
fast as I could, just oh my God, I was flipping out. But obviously,
I was
like,
screaming.
yeah, but obviously now I'm like, all right, let's go, motherfucker. Like, I'll kick your ass.
Yeah, it's like I've got the right weapons to take them
I
down.
it's fun. It's a funny
I
story.
once
Go ahead, Bo.
I once dropkicked one. Oh,
Yeah.
I once dropkicked one and killed it.
Oh, but speaking of Dropkick Zombies, I think that's one of the best features of that game. Like, especially like when you're in Old Town, you could just like go up to a zombie that's on a roof and just punt it. It's so funny.
I know that
Oh
I
my
It's so
God.
much
love that.
fun.
But a little
And there's
funny.
all okay, and I also did forget to mention there are some types of glitch that you have like super strength or something like that.
And
Do you know what I'm talking about?
yeah. It's not really a mod. It's like
Yeah.
a developer blueprint.
Oh, it's a blueprint.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I know what
Oh,
you're talking about.
I thought it's a glitch.
No, I
Some
don't think
kind of
so.
glitch.
It's there's a lot of unique like developer blueprints, especially in the second one too. Um, but before we move over to Dying Light 2, I don't know if you remember this, Dan, but Dan and I were once playing, and it was like dark outside. He like ran into like the tower, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go fight some volatiles, right? And then
I think I remember.
I was just like fighting them, and Dan's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, nothing. And he just comes out. There's like 10 volatiles just like dead in front of me. He's like, what the hell? Do you remember that?
I remember.
Yeah,
I
there's just
remember.
like 10.
There was a shit ton.
I know, I just kept going at him. Like, let's go. And they just kept coming too. There's like probably
Let's
like
go.
10 dead volatiles and like probably 20 dead zombies. Like, yeah, I had fun.
Yeah, I also like I had like a shotgun with me, and I was like crazy shooting
Yeah, but like
like
you were
every
inside when I did
zombie
that.
and
You didn't help me.
every
I just
all
1v1
like
like all of
like
that
in
by
my
myself.
way. But it made it worse because like I was attracting
Yeah.
more runners and more ults in our way.
Yeah, but hey, you ran into the tower like a little bitch and I fucked them all and they just kept going.
Um,
But yeah, so hey,
no,
let's
I'm
what?
no, I think you did die a couple of
I didn't
times.
die.
I could have sworn you did.
I did not.
Mm,
All right, but
okay.
let's move over to Dying Light 2. Now,
The sequel everyone's been waiting for, but when that came out,
It's
the
a
most
piece of
mediocre
shit.
thing ever.
so my honest opinions on Dying Light 2, it's honestly it wasn't as great as the first one, but I don't necessarily think it's terrible. But like my main complaint with Dying Light 2 is compared to the first one is that like it went for more style than it did like gameplay like the first one. Um
Yeah, but still.
they tried to make it like a little more like stylistic like the parkour. It's like they tried to make it look cooler, but like at the end of the day it wasn't very good. The story was okay. I mean, I enjoyed Aiden as a character, but one thing I don't like about it is like all like the choices stuff because when you have that, no, this is my opinion. When you have that in game, you don't necessarily like see like the character's personality like we do with Crane because you're choosing what you say. You know what I mean? You're choosing what to say, so you're
Mm-hmm.
basically shaping your character's personality how you want it to be, so that you don't really know what their true personality is. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, like, do I hate Dying Light 2? No. Was the story somewhat good? Yeah. Um, but well, I didn't. I mean, I completed the story. I don't think it got any like expansions. I know it got like a couple DLCs, but I don't think it got like a story DLC like the first one did. But I mean, I
From
really
what I
Yeah.
heard or so, like the game had a couple of DLCs and that just went off because the game session went so mediocre that they just said, you know what, we should release some DLCs, not like release like any major expansion,
yeah
and they just did that, and after that they pulled the plug. And also I heard Dying Light 2 is like you fight more humans than you do
yeah you
zombies.
do yeah. But I mean, it's not
Yeah.
terrible, but it's not like amazing like the first one. I don't hate it, but I mean, the customization aspect was kind of cool. Like, we got a little more customization than the first one. Um, but I think one thing that like really kind of turned me off from Dying Light 2 versus the first one was the grappling hook. Like in the first one, the grappling hook was amazing. And then in the second one,
Mm-hmm.
they just made it like hard and complicated to use. And I'm just like, why? You know what I mean?
I know.
Like
That's what pissed me off about
like
the
in like
game.
the mission like where you had to use the grappling hook like scale building, it took me so long because like you just at times you just couldn't get height with the grappling hook. And it was
And I
so
also
annoying.
really hate like this stamp like you know that in the first Dying Light like you can climb how fast you can be
Yeah.
and like you can climb up to a tower like with no struggle.
Yeah.
In the second one, there it like you have like a stamina bar and you can't climb or you can't even
Yeah,
stay
I
on the
mean,
building for
well, I
that
mean, in the
long.
first one you did have like a stamina bar, but like once you obviously like progress the skill tree.
Yeah, but not like while climbing.
No, you did. You did.
Oh, you did?
Well, I mean, you had
I
like
don't
the
remember.
well, yes and no. I mean, you had like the
It's only
agility.
if I remember, it was only for running and like for like attacking,
Yeah,
but
but
I
I
don't
mean, it
think it
was
was for
similar.
climbing.
No, no, I get what you mean though. Yeah, I didn't like that fact like you had to like kind of quickly climb up a building. But like obviously, once you
Yeah.
progressed in the skill tree in the first one, like you didn't, you kind of got rid of like your like infinite stamina and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I
Mm-hmm.
mean, one feature I kind of did like in Dying Light 2 was like the parachute feature. That was actually kind of cool. It was like another way of like traversal.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, I think before we wrap it up, why don't you guys talk about the popular franchise Resident Evil? I've not really played it,
Yeah.
so I can't really say much. So I'll
Yes.
let you guys go at it.
Which one
Okay.
do you want to talk about? Which one do you want to talk about?
Um. Well, I mean, the only zombies one are like 2, 3, and 6 Leon's campaign. But if you want to like talk about like 5 and 4, we can do that. But which one you want to tackle first?
Let's honestly talk about five. That one's my
All right.
favorite.
So 5's not really that much of a zombies game, but it's just a fun ass co-op game.
It
Like
is.
me and Dan played it, so we had a blast just playing it.
There are silly moments.
Yeah, it was so much funny moments we pulled off. Wesker being, if not one of the best villains ever. Fight me on that statement.
On it, yeah. You're, everything about Albert Wesker is an amazing villain.
I mean, super strength, super speed. I mean, dude can probably body you without me thinking about it.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I
Yeah,
what I also did love. Um, yeah, I did. I think the story was kind of too long, but it's still good. It's still
yeah,
a
but
good
I think
story.
the stories were always just so serious. Where it was like too serious eventually. It became goofy. Like it became like really goofy. Like the story became too serious eventually.
Yeah,
Like
that
just it became
too.
more hilarious. Because half the time Chris is
Yeah,
talking about like I want to save Jill, and after it's like, but yeah, but
yeah, but
it's what
she's dying.
I know she's dying, and it's like yeah, but what I don't know. Just Chris went from like a cool guy to being a simp within like a millisecond.
Oh my, yeah. Especially, oh my, you remember that we had to save Jill and Chris wouldn't
Yeah.
shut the fuck up with
I was about to leave the game. Like when you kept talking about Joe, so I was about to strip just leave. I'll be like, I'm out.
Oh my God, Chris was so annoying just talking to Jill or
Yeah,
just just trying to talk to Jill even though you literally know what the problem is and it's that like
it's that
device in her
yeah
heart.
yeah it's that damn device. Rip it off, or then you start talking to her rather than just be like, Jill, it's
Yeah,
me,
and be
Chris.
like, Jill with me. It's like she's obviously in control.
Oh. Yeah, just rip it off her, then talk to her.
Yeah, don't be like, Jill, it's me. Please don't do this. I was like,
Yeah,
shut the fuck up.
yeah, I was about to go insane. I'm like, Chris, shut up.
I know
You can
he he's a good character, but he has his annoying times. Holy shit.
He does. He needs the one to shut the fuck up. But yeah, but RE5 is just overall just a fun game with a friend. But if you play by yourself, it'll probably be boring. But with a friend, it's way much funner.
It's fun. It's fun playing with a friend.
Yeah. And RE6, I mean, RE6 is a hybrid of like zombies and not really zombies. But Leon's campaign is actually pretty good
Yeah, I do agree.
because
I
like
love Leon. I love Leon's and
Jake's
what's Albert Wesker's son?
Jake.
It- Jake. Yeah, I
Yeah.
love Jake.
Now Jake's campaign is so
Jake
much fun.
Jake is a machine in that game.
I mean, hey, take it. I mean, hey, he take it from his dad though. Albert Wesker became the prodigy.
Yeah, he really took it from his dad. He's he was crazy, but yeah, I love Jake.
Yeah. Yeah, but
I
back
think Jake is a very interesting character.
Oh yeah, but it's a shame that he appears one time and then just disappears, like never seen again.
Yeah, that's why I don't like it about like we don't know what happened to Jake.
Just all I want is just like either them in another game dying, knowing that like they at least were there, or like someone saying like, "Oh yeah, they're doing good" or something.
Yeah, but
Yeah, I don't want to be like a shallow like just nothing. But yeah, but But really overall, RE like really start off like with RE2 when she like the city was infected with zombies and like the only way through the police station was police station becomes like a whole entire museum or so. But overall, like
Yeah.
Resident Evil is just fantastic game, like the franchise overall.
Yeah, I definitely agree.
I will probably eventually start playing it. I mean, maybe I'll try it out. I mean, like I said, I haven't played it, so that's why I let you guys just take the reins and talk about it.
Yep.
Yeah, if you ever get it, let us know, and then we could definitely like
Yeah, no,
play it together.
I'll have to
Yeah.
try it out. But
although the only Resident Evil has co-op is 5 and 6, so
Okay.
don't expect for us to be there for like 1, 2, 3, and 4, and
yeah, maybe I'll just kind of
Seven.
dip my toe in the franchise and see what I think.
yeah.
But I also,
Yeah.
while you guys were going on or rambling, since our name,
Mandalorian Rambles.
I remembered another zombie theme that we can briefly quickly talk about. Is Dead Rising.
Yes. Yeah.
See, I know
think of that?
I know you guys played a lot of 2. And actually, I haven't played the second one.
First, second, third, all of it.
The
we're
one
not
I've
gonna talk about 4 because 4 fucking sucks.
Yeah, 4 was
Yeah,
bad.
we're not talking about
The one I played,
Four.
the only one that I played was actually Dead Rising 3, but that was a lot of fun. It's just like so like over
Dead
the
Rising
top.
3 is amazing.
But I mean, it's just kind of
It
funny.
is.
It's like so over the toply stupid. It's funny.
It is.
Oh, and
Like,
another one just popped into my head. I know it's a game that you guys haven't played. I haven't played it, but I've seen some gameplay of it, and it honestly, I definitely want to get it. And because it looks really fun, is Days Gone. It's like that. You play as like the motorcycle guy.
Oh, is that the Western?
No,
game?
No,
it's
that's
like
Evil
you're
West.
like this biker guy. I forget his name. I think it's Deacon.
Deacon. Yeah, it's
And
Deacon.
like honestly, like from what I saw, it's so much fun. Like it looks so much fun. I've heard amazing things about it.
Oh, is that game like
It's a
is
it's a
is that game
PlayStation
like
exclusive.
World War Z zombies?
No.
No.
Like the running zombies?
No.
Oh,
No.
But like
no,
it
never
was like I need to play that. Like it looks so much fun from what I've seen. But it looks so much fun. There was another game I just remember too talking about Days Gone.
Yeah, Days or no, not Days Gone. It was Dead West, something like that.
Oh yeah, okay, so
Evil
there's
West.
another game that we definitely want to look into and we can talk about it in a future episode. Is Evil West. So for those of you who don't know what it is, it wasn't really like this big release, but it looks and sounds so cool. It's so basically what it is, it's like a zombie apocalypse, but it's like set in like the old west, so like during like the Wild West, and you not only have like all these like old guns and stuff from like that time period, but you also have like superpowers at the same time. So like you're a cowboy who has superpowers fighting like zombies and some other like crazy like mutated things as well.
Vampires,
Yeah, but yeah, like
animals.
Yeah, and it looks so much fun. So maybe we'll get it, and we can talk about it somewhere down the line.
Yep.
But
Now before we wrap this up, there's also one more zombie game that I know everyone knows this from the very beginning and it's still being played to this day. Left 4 Dead 2.
Yes.
The legendary zombies game that overall just made zombies.
Yes. Absolutely amazing game.
A classic. That game is my full childhood.
I mean, everyone's childhood. I mean, it's really Left 4 Dead was such like a good game that the sequel came out and it just improved what the first one did, but just overall make it gory, fun, skill based, and how times you don't even get mad when you get killed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I really love that game.
Yeah, that's a great game. But I think that concludes it. Unless you guys have anything else you guys want to mention or talk about.
Nope, we are good.
All right.
Hang on, I'm trying to think. We already talked about Dead Rising. I think I'm good.
All right. So thank you guys for listening to this one. We'll catch you in the next one.
Thank you, guys.
Please like, comment, and
Thank you.
subscribe. And let's try to smash
Hit
10 likes
that
on this
ding
video.
dong bell.
So we'll see you guys in the next one.